Let's get it.
So, I officially, after days and hours of trying to get this thing set up and trying to get this meeting set up, I got the man himself, the future fitness guru. I got SantanaP here. I'm going to talk a little bit about what he's got and let him introduce himself.
What's up? I'm Santana P. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of everything. And yeah, I don't know.
Does a little bit of everything. So hide your wives. Anyway, so real quick, the latest projects, flawless, awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
It's exactly it's you, like exactly how you would describe like your sound and your type of your taste in music. It's Santana. Like you hear that, you hear Santana.
Word. Nah, yeah, definitely. It's definitely just the beginning. I'm definitely still learning a lot. There's a lot for me to learn. But I feel like I just displayed just me, like just I don't know, experimenting, doing new things. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no boundaries, there's no rules, there's no certain limit or place to where I gotta be. It's just like whatever I want to do, and I just felt like using my voice now and then.
Exactly, and then use it
I
through
really love,
your
I really
artistic
love the
vision.
project, man. I love the project. I love that I was able to have 3 songs that have a relevant topic, which is about a female, or any type of whatever, you know what I'm saying, however you want to interpret it. But yeah, it was just cool. I was just I just got in the studio, just messing around, and yeah. But I really enjoyed doing it, man. It was like a really cool. It was different from just making beats. Like it's a whole nother thought process. You have to like think about, okay, what am I
That's
saying?
one of my questions. Compared
Yeah.
to actually producing some beats for Wowie and for multiple other artists. Wow, great fucking English. Multiple other artists. And comparing to the process of actually now putting out your own music, what's the feeling and what's the difference? Would you say like a different feeling for either or?
Honestly, it feels just as good, but it's definitely like, let me think about this, because it felt really good, and it felt good doing something out of my like comfort zone, because it is like a big like a big step, or like a, not I want to say risk, but like a just putting yourself out there more,
Yeah,
like when it comes to using your voice, rather than me being behind the computer and just making sounds put together. If I'm putting my voice on it, there's more judgment to be. So it's definitely cool doing that, and I definitely am proud of myself for having the strength and the courage and the like not to
compared to
care
your
about
first
what
two
people think.
projects where you had no vocals, like none of your vocals on there, and then now you
Yeah,
have
not
this
to say I
project
won't do
with
that
your.
anymore. I'm still gonna have those, but it's like I just want to be able to do a little bit of everything. Like I
Yeah,
said,
you want people to hear you. You want people to hear
yeah,
Santana.
exactly. I want to express myself in as many ways as I can. I think that's very cool. So,
Nah,
but yeah, it was very fun. It was very fun making it, and there's definitely more to come. So, and hopefully with
proud of you
time.
for putting it out there too.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was at first I definitely was like, man, like this is like, like I don't know if I should do it. And of course I have the backing of my Gudaski family to help me like realize that it's like we have to
Shout to
just
them.
express ourselves. And with me in me doing this, it could like maybe inspire somebody else that's maybe more skilled than me in that, to be like, you know what, if he's doing that and he's not to where the skill level he wants to be at, now I may feel like I'm better than him, I should be doing the same thing too. So I hope I bring that out of somebody that's like better than me, but is too afraid of what other people think. So it's like that's really like the blessing.
Well, I mean, you bring it out of you have brought it out of me as far as putting out more podcasts now, and then actually now not only just focusing on your underground artists, but also now just expanding the podcast and talking to people of great great fucking English, great statue as Donnie from ADEX, the gentleman who I had on
Oh,
last
you're
week,
right. Yeah,
the owner of the company.
right.
And I have future podcasts I do have lined up basically with not only just like artists, but people of all culture, people of all different backgrounds, of all businesses, You know, and now I'm going to expand on this because you gave me a little bit more inspiration. It's like I see Kev actually, you know, expanding now with
Yeah.
him,
There's
and
no
now I
boundaries,
gotta
man. Like we could do whatever. Like it don't have to be a
exactly.
certain thing. It's just like putting shit out there and getting shit done. Like, that's really what it's all about.
And putting it out there has genuinely brought in a lot more attention towards not only my Instagram page, but as far as the fitness career as well. There's multiple other people who have reached out to me after that podcast I dropped last week about the AdX Club and AdX Fitness and Mace Fitness and all other stuff. And it's different because I never thought to actually, you know, really put it out there until, you know, I see that Kaz put it into work. And then when we went on that hike the other day, what was it?
That hike was fun. That was what, 2 Saturdays ago?
Yeah.
No, Sunday? I don't know what day
No,
it
no,
was.
that was on a Sunday. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that was definitely on
Sunday.
a Sunday. Yeah, that was yeah, 2 Sundays ago. That was, you know, that was more of the inspiration to be like, damn, hearing everything like that the crew has, and then just feeling the vibrations, the natural energy that the crew like shines off. It's a more of a motivational type energy than it is
That's
anything else.
family, man. The family. That's the family right there. We try to keep
Which
each
y'all
other.
make anyone feel accepted as well. You've made me feel very welcome that day we walked, like I hiked along with y'all. So I gotta say it was definitely a good time.
I love that, man. That's really what we try to do. Is just be, just give out good energy and just be happy to be here. So yeah, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But that day was really fun. Like every time I do a fitness thing, I really realize how far I've come as far as like my physical,
90 pounds.
like 90
90
pounds.
pounds.
And I haven't. That was the first time I hiked probably since I was maybe around last summer. I think the last time I hiked was when I was around like 250 still. So I really felt light on my feet. I was just like, oh my god. Remember when we were going down the hill real fast and we were yeah, shit was
Bro, like I said, the second we got down that hill, I said, "Oh, he ain't stopping. I'm not stopping. He ain't stopping. I'm not stopping." Just it's
shit was
literally not
fun,
trying to bust my
man.
ass, but hopping
Yeah.
over each giant ass tree stump, the giant boulders in the way. Like, nah.
Shit is so
Like, but
fun.
I seen Kevin. It's like, nah, if he ain't stopping, I'm not stopping. I gotta keep going.
Yeah, every time I do stuff like that, it just reminds me how important health is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I realized at a time to where I didn't have any serious, what I'm saying, issues, but I feel great, man. I feel really good.
Yeah, I mean, you caught it while you can, dude. Like while you're at the opportunity where you can really benefit from being as young as you are, but also at the age where you're at of just relying basically on your body, relying on your body weight. Like I've seen you in your big stages,
Mm.
and in seeing where you're at now, it's like it's mind-boggling. It really is.
Yeah,
You think
it's crazy.
you
Sometimes
look
I
at
just
you, it's just like that's Kev.
yeah. There's so many people that haven't seen me in years, so I'm pretty sure it's just like in person. So even through the videos and pictures they're seeing, they're probably like, "Holy shit!" But I just hope I'm an inspiration, man. That's really all it is about. So.
You definitely are because, like I said before, you give myself motivation, but also multiple people who are also struggling as far as with weight loss. It's a common thing currently right now, just because of how many people had put on weight during the time we were locked down under COVID. It's I see it firsthand being in the gyms and being a trainer that the amount of people that come in thinking that they were as fit as they were before, and then they realize, oh damn, I put on all this weight.
Right.
But then they see someone like you who was as big as you were, man, 90 pounds heavier, dude. And to see where you are at now, you are a true inspiration as far as the fitness game into the weight loss journey as well.
Yeah, and it's just the beginning, man. The weight is off. Now it's time to build some.
Bro, yeah. Bro, when think of it this way, anytime you put on a weighted vest now or any type of like weighted gear, that's just think that's how you were walking around
That's
at.
like
That's what
me
you were
working
walking
on my
around
old
with.
self. Yeah, it's so crazy. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
You really think
Yeah.
of like when you put on like that backpack and you're doing like say push-ups with a backpack, think of it this way. You're doing push-ups with all that body weight. And to see where you're doing push-ups at now, doing your 100, 120 a
Bro,
day.
I wasn't able to do. I would get down to about here, and I would fucking fall on my face like back. And now I'm busting out 10 like it's a drink of water. I'm just doing that shit. So it's a blessing, man. I'm blessed for real.
And you see it firsthand on your page too. This even through your crew that the people get inspired through those push-ups. They want to do push-ups on their own. They tag you, and then it's
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
know,
that's
it
dope. I love
it
that.
it, it just shows it's like that's the shine on your you know, on your actual energy that is, you know, to show that anyone can do this. It's just putting your mind and putting your actual effort and work into it.
Right. Yeah. It's really all it is. If you want to change, you'll really do it. That's
What
all.
what truly inspired your change though?
Um. Honestly, COVID did have a part to do with it because I'm hearing how like these health issues can have like a bigger effect and stuff like that. I'm seeing a lot of families, and luckily for me, I can say that not too many of my family members have been affected by it, but I've seen close friends that have people that pass. So that's certainly one thing that inspired me to better my health, because I'm just like, wow, like I can't be like like your body is like your machine. Like it doesn't matter what you do if you're not healthy.
It's your
Like
temple.
it's like you got to take care of where you're living. Like it's just like in your house. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to make that change to make sure that what I'm walking around in is at its fullest, like healthiest potential. Like I can't do anything life changing if my body is limited. So that's how I just realized it. And I was just like, there's gotta be a change.
Yeah, again, and like I said before, you caught it before you really got like too far.
Mm.
Like before, it was all gonna matter of now. Surgery is gonna be the option. Like you did all your shit naturally. You did hard work. You were consistent,
Hard work,
and you just really
dedication.
just you wanted it. You
Yeah.
genuinely wanted it. You are the exact example of what it means to truly want it and get after it.
And you know what it is too? Once you see that first, like, holy shit, I'm down 10 pounds. It's like, I can't stop now. Like, I gotta keep going. So that's also another thing. Once I started seeing like the difference in my energy and the difference in like how I was feeling, just like waking up, not even just being able to do physical activities. It's just the fact of getting up and moving around. Like that really was like the game
You
changer
feel
too. I was
different.
just like
Like
full
you
speed
genuinely
ahead.
feel have a different energy.
Yeah, like if I'm feeling like this at 10 pounds now, let's go 20, let's go 30, let's go 40. So now I'm like so grateful. I'm so happy, proud to like really like that I took that step, and I maintained it, because it's easy to do something, but it's harder to do something for an extended period of time. That's what the
Yeah.
challenge really is.
It's easy to get motivated. It's the hardest part is being disciplined,
Right.
and that's the major factor when it comes down to weight loss. When it comes down to keeping the weight off too, because anybody can lose weight, but can you keep the weight off? Is the
Yeah,
question.
that's the real thing. And I forgot where I heard this, but somebody said motivation is temporary and discipline is forever.
Yeah, exactly,
That that
exactly.
that really, and not to say motivation is bad or like you
No,
shouldn't
it's the
rely on.
spark.
It's
Like
just
what?
it's an add-on to discipline. You can't but motivation can't be the only thing making you do it. It has to be the discipline too for yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah. I'm glad I was able to find that within myself, because yeah, it would have been
And that discipline is also posting up the every time you're dropping down and doing 10 and putting 100 up a day, putting that content up, showing the world that, yeah, listen, I'm still getting my work in. What are you doing right now? I'm at work. I'm still doing my push-ups. I'm out
work.
and doing a
That's what I
run.
think
I'm doing
is
my push-ups. I'm home. I'm in my bed. I'm doing push-ups, you know, and I'm outside. I'm doing push-ups. You know, it's something to show like no matter where you're at, put the fucking work in.
yeah, yeah. Time can't be an excuse, because you just gotta prioritize what you really want. You know what I'm saying?
And when you truly want it, people say all the time, I want this, I want that, but it, you don't want the hard times, you don't want the struggles, you don't want any of those, but discipline is what gets you through all those hard times, all those struggles, every obstacle that comes down your way, because you're on a disciplined track towards actually bettering yourself,
Yeah.
and you want to better yourself. And that's how it actually stays there, because you truly are now actually wanting it. And now your want is to be wanting more disciplined. And the more discipline you develop, the better that you get.
Right.
The more better you get.
Yeah. That's very true.
Whatever grammar that is. I swear I cannot speak fucking proper English at all today.
You
Dude.
good, bro.
I'm all off right now.
You good, bro. You good. You good.
All right, so we're gonna do a quick backtrack. What was the main motivation of actually truly wanting to put out 3 tracks? Because I know before you dropped one single, which was fire, dropped another single, which is fire, and then now you came out with a 3-peat.
Well, the big motivation I have to say, and you just interviewed him, was Wowie. He
Shout out to
dropped this
Wowie.
album. He dropped this album called Parade, and to get the real message, I guess whoever's listening or viewing this can go to the Wowie interview where he explains it probably better than what I'm about to say. But basically, the parade message was you have to live out your parade. You have to like do and say and just do what you want. Whatever you want to do, just do it. And like you can't be focused on other people on the sideline because you're gonna fuck up your parade. So you
Let
gotta
the people be focused on you.
you gotta focus on yourself, do what you want to do, and just go. Like just go. Don't let anybody hold you back. You're gonna fuck up your parade, and you're
The
just
one
not
thing
gonna
that
have
he
parade.
definitely that he brought up during that interview was that, you know, he would the artistic vision between you guys all dropping your music, Wowie dropping the parade and him being like the leader of the parade, and then drops Santana, then
Right.
drops Scene,
Mhm.
then drops Patek.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it's like if the way you guys strategically planned that out was a beautiful artistic way. That's why I had to wait to drop the Wowie interview, because I wanted to make sure like everyone's art was already out before I had
Yeah.
put this out there. But yeah, so I fucked with the idea a lot. So now to have you on here, now hearing like, you know, your view behind that, it's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah,
Like
man.
hearing that he was the motivation behind dropping these 3 tracks.
Yeah, he really's been a big impact in my life. Like I'll say that. So, but yeah, I'm very blessed to have him in my life and Gruski. So it's the family, and they push me to be better every time. So.
I was about to say, talk a little about the brand.
So Gudiski, we're just like a family, man. We're just doing stuff to express ourselves and just try and like help as many people as we can along the way. Like it's really what we're about.
And when you have a actual genuine like energy towards wanting to help others, and it's not just for political profit, it's a different level of positive karma that comes down your way in the future.
Mm,
It's a different energy that shows like, wow, these everyone here is actually genuinely wanting to see everyone win. No one's trying to pull anyone down in secrecy. No
right,
one's trying to hold anyone back because they're a little jealous. No
right,
one's trying to really stop each other from seeing success. And that's a solid circle. You know, meanwhile, we talked a little bit about circle, and you know, it's a solid one. There's not too many people that have grown within a company and then expanded like the way you guys have now.
yeah,
Like it's a it's a very positive image, not only for our generation, but for Brentwood itself. You know,
yeah,
just to show exactly like what can come out of Brentwood,
yeah,
and how many like people could actually stay together and form something like what you guys have.
yeah, yeah. And it's not even just. I mean, we have people that are from different cities in group, but it's just the fact of just bringing energies together to create sparks in other people's energies. You know, that's really what That's really what we want to do, man. Just make sure everybody's eating. Make sure everybody's getting their success stuff off. Make sure
Yeah, but
everybody's
eating healthy.
damn right. Damn right.
Making sure if you're eating now, you're at least dropping that 100 a day. Easy.
Yeah, easy.
100 push-ups a day. But it's
I'm insane, man. I would never thought I would get to that point.
right now we're talking about pushing you to 120. Now, yeah, because we're seeing you rock out these push-ups a little bit easier now. Now it's like
I did 120. I think yesterday, so it felt good, man. But I'm a little sore in my chest, a little
hey,
bit, but it's all good. It's all good.
hey, still expecting to see the 120 by the end of the day, though. That's it. That's all we're looking for.
Word.
But what was actually the true? Well, not true. I keep saying that's the same fucking sentence. What was the inspiration behind the push-ups? Actually, behind you wanting to drop down and do 10 every day?
Well, I did want to start showing, like just a different, because nobody ever knew me as like the fitness type, like, you know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to get something simple to where I can maybe get people starting to tag along. And I feel like push-ups are like the most common thing where it's like to people that are like not really fit, a push-up can seem like oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do a push-up. Like, but then once you know what a push-up is, it's like it's not really that difficult. It's just working up to that. So I wanted to start something to where I can get people behind me to where it's like I'm seeing where I'm impacting somebody where it's like, okay, he's doing push-ups because I was doing push-ups, and now that person is doing push-ups on their story, and people are watching their story, and that person gets somebody else to do push-ups. I just want to start like just a like a small little wave of like let's get right. Come on, like let's do it. Like even if you gotta do knees, like the knee push-ups, like start there. Like I don't know, man. I just want to do whatever I can to get people involved in my journey and like I'm trying to help people not be selfish with what I learned because I learned a lot and like I
And the
wasn't able
hardest
to.
part is starting.
The hardest part is starting, and I want people to know that like I wasn't always able to do a push up, but now I can. So I want to just put that energy out and try to influence somebody else or inspire somebody else to start their own journey. So,
Well, I mean, I do definitely, like I said before, you inspire a lot of people for not only just for the artistic vision, but also your weight loss journey and just everything from where you started to where you're at now it just shows that if you are patient with yourself, you are consistent, you are disciplined, you will see the progress and you will see the results you truly want to see. It's just a matter of all those key things of just really understanding yourself, taking the time to sit back and really wanting to not only just appreciate the process, but really sit down and look at the mirror and continuously remind yourself why you're doing this. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Because you definitely need it and you not only just want it, but you need to have it.
yeah,
It doesn't become a want anymore, it becomes a need.
yeah, need that why to keep going.
Now, why? If you, it's another one of those words you can put into positive term, but a negative term. But like people scream out, "Why?" Like, "Why me?" But then it's like, all right, but what that why can now turn into a motivation.
Right. But the why has to be strong. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something that
Like
when you
you
act
lose
it,
your job, why me? But then that's all the motivation to now get on your ass and get to finding another one.
right? Yeah,
That's your why. Your why you finding another job? Because you lost your job. Why you? It's why.
right. Yeah, need that why, man.
When you it's a deeper level of motivation, and it's a deeper commitment towards not only yourself, but if you have other people around you that have a similar why, they can then also hold you accountable for if you start to slack off as well. And
Yeah,
that's what I also start to see in like your crew as well, is that you guys don't let each other slack.
yeah. No, we definitely like when somebody puts something out, it's like, oh shit, like I gotta contribute to the family. Like that's really how we seeing it, and it's like we do have similar whys, we just want to put out and express ourselves. So I think that helps with the bond that we have. So it's pretty cool, man.
It's definitely dope seeing like you guys grow as the crew that you guys are, and to also see the clothing brand expand the way it is. You know, it's way more than a clothing brand now. Like you guys got it tatted on your skin. Like it's different. Yeah, right there. Like it's now just actually a solid stage and foundation in your life that's actually helping you towards bettering yourself and seeing true success.
Yeah, yeah, definitely changed my life. So I'm blessed.
So talk a little bit more about the project. Break down each song.
So top floor basically is like,
Also is available on all platforms.
yes, sir. Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play, Tidal.
So all I'm
All,
hearing is no excuse for any of these people to
no
not
excuse, no
download it,
excuse.
to not stream it, to not play it in their cars right now, to not hop on their fucking streaming service and to play a little bit. Because also, how long is the project total?
To probably like, I want to say like 10 minutes.
If y'all ain't got 10 minutes to listen to his music,
So
I don't understand what you guys doing. Just if you're taking a shower, blast that shit in the shower.
6 minutes, 6 minutes and 54 seconds.
Six, not even 10. If y'all, that's like taking a shit right there. That's taking a shit.
Yeah.
That's taking a shit. Yo, play that shit when you're taking a shit.
Right, right. Now, but basically, top floor is just the first song on the project is called Top Floor. It's the intro. Basically, it's just about you just being with your significant other at a place where you guys both feel on top. Everything is good, you know what I'm saying? Living lavishly. Um, but yeah, that's basically that. Not really much. It's really short songs, you know what I'm saying? But it's the main aspect of the project is just like feeling like your better self along with somebody else. Um, but then the last song is called Safe Heart. Probably one of like the most like, it was very tough putting that out because I used my voice like, like
when I heard you creep out, I was like, Kev?
You know, it was like a bit nerve wracking when I first like made it, and I was discussing with Robbie. I was like, I'm thinking about putting this out and that. But
They seem to love you
that
guys from
song
it
is
though.
that song is mostly just like basically like, yeah, you can be in love. Yeah, you can have a person that you know what I'm saying, in love, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, your heart has to be safe. Like you can't like forget that. Like
It's true.
yeah, it's like, oh, she took my heart, all that. But like, it's very cool to always know that it's like self love is first, and like that's pretty much what I was trying to get across in there.
Yeah, it's a topic that needs to be promoted more often.
Yeah.
Just because everyone's more focused on their money, their grind. But do you love yourself enough for what you're doing right
Yeah.
now?
And like I feel like it's always easy for somebody to lose themselves in another person, and I feel like
Yeah, that shit too.
that's what is like the really like when it comes to like people being in a relationship and stuff like that. There's
Yeah,
like
me,
years of their life
me.
where it's like, yeah, you're in a relationship and you got to consider the other person's feelings and stuff like that. But if you're not putting yours first, it's just like if you both aren't growing together, that's really it's all about, is being able to grow with another person. Like, and in My Baby, there's a part where she says, "Slow down just to catch her." Like, if you're slowing yourself down to be with the person, like that shouldn't be a person you be with. Like it should be you guys are both racing to whatever you guys want. So that's really what Top Floor.
I like it. I like that. I like that. I like the way you broke that down.
Yeah,
That's solid.
yeah. Shout out to Scene, man. He's fucking amazing.
I had him here too. It's
He's a
solid.
legend,
Solid.
man.
Never got a really chance to. Well, never met him before, but he's when he was down here with Wowie, he was solid individual. Like I said, you got a solid crew. Like there was
The
nothing but good
legend, man.
energy.
He's the GOAT.
He was able to remind Wowie of a bar of his, and the second he did, like they both just started laughing, they both started smiling, and then started, it was just like it was solid energy to see firsthand.
Yeah,
That shows me, like, from the outside perspective, just exactly like where you guys are at as a whole crew, with the multiple age groups that you guys have within your crew. It's
yeah,
awesome. It's just it shows you that there's no boundaries.
yeah. No, we definitely do have a very, very good bond. That's still growing too, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely expect more collaborative things coming from within group.
Yeah, that's good. I'm looking forward to it. So far, you guys have not missed, as far as a whole unit. You guys are definitely on a path that a lot of people start but don't get anywhere at
Mm,
all.
yeah,
Like, you guys have already surpassed, like, a lot of people that say they're gonna do a lot of things, because you guys have actually done it. A lot of people say they're gonna put music out, but they don't put every they never do.
yeah. That's the worst thing to do, man. If you want, if you're in the zone to express yourself and you have thoughts and ideas you want to get out and you don't do it, it's like you're being selfish. Like you're holding your expressions and thoughts that could change somebody else's for the
Yeah,
better, and you're holding them back because you're too scared of what the people that shouldn't matter are saying. Like that's just whack. Like I don't think that's cool at all.
that's true. It's you're show me your idea. Talked about it. Like, tell me how you feel.
Just put shit out there, man. It's so easy to put out a song nowadays. It's so easy to put out a video. We live in a different time. Like there's so
Yeah.
many different ways you can express yourself now through this. It's
I
so
mean,
crazy.
even just through this, the whole, like, just being able to do it through Zoom also is now a level where you weren't able to really do it, say, 10, 15 years ago. We weren't able to, like, before FaceTime and all that other stuff. Like, there was just the glitchy ass Skype that we had on those
The
old
Ubus.
Uvu Uvu. Oh my
Ubus
gosh.
are so funny.
Damn, that's a throwback. Oh man,
Oh,
dude, I
shit.
remember I remember all the little late nights on Ubu. The or Omegle too. All those that
Oh man, not Donnie. Omega was so crazy. I don't
you
even
can't
know.
go on there past 11 o'clock
No. Honestly,
because
all
then
times of the day, it don't matter what time zone you're in, you're just gonna
uh,
see some wild shit. It's just guaranteed.
you're guaranteed to find somebody stroking in the
That was,
middle of their fucking video. Like
that was
that's
wild. And then
like
people still
pause to
go
the
on
max,
there.
but like
People
that
still
is
go on there, bro. People still use that shit. It's so
it,
crazy.
the
It's
fact
been
that it's
around for
still around is just like,
years,
how is this shit not shut down yet?
years. It's just crazy. It's really crazy.
Right, I remember being at Kay's basement, Khalil. Shout out to Moist Briefs.
Where we
Back.
just, by the way, he put out this song called Blue Car. That shit is
Mm-hmm.
so fire, bro. Like it makes me feel so good. Like it's such a groovy tune. He's
It's a
awesome.
vibe. It's a
He's
vibe where
awesome.
you can sit down and like play. It's a one you could play anywhere, and you play it like.
Anywhere, bro. It could
And
be
if you're
at
in a
a
bad mood, you
party.
put
It
that
could
on,
be,
your vibe's gonna change.
yo, it really has range. That's a good song, man. He's honestly one of my inspirations too, because I know he was producing for a long time.
Long time, man. Long time.
So shout out to Moist Breeze, man. That
He's
name.
also been really, I want to say, expanding as far as our artistic vision wise, from where he first started to where he's at now. It just shows it's another sign of growth.
Yeah.
Like, it's more, again,
Inspired by
more
him.
motivation. The more
Mm.
people that actually live up to what they want to do is motivation for myself to continuously do this as well, but the personal training career, because it's something you want to do. When you see people that you grew up with around your, or that, whether you're tight with still or not, but you say, like, you guys just like drifted off at one point, but to see them succeed is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody starts to feel any type of negative feelings towards when somebody starts succeeding, so it starts to see they have their success.
It's because they're not winning themselves. That's really what it comes down to.
It's because they can't look in the mirror. It's because they can't.
Yeah,
The second they pull up their phone, they immediately try to get the black screen off because they can't see. They can't allow themselves to see in a mirror. They see their reflection at all. Those are the people that have no mirrors in their house. Like it's a disgusting trait that needs work. That if you find yourself having that any type of jealousy or envy towards anyone else's success, especially towards someone that you grew up with by your side and knowing where their struggle was at, come on.
yeah, yeah.
Come on.
That's lame.
There's no room for it. There's so much other worse shit that could be going on in the world, and you're mad at somebody actually succeeded. They didn't kill your family.
Yeah.
They didn't hurt you in any way. They didn't stop you from living your dream. You stopped yourself.
Nobody can stop you except you, man. People don't realize that. They love to blame it on other shit. They love to just make excuses, but in all reality, it's like there's a lot of stuff you have to look at when you want to make self improvement. Like you can't be hanging around people that are doing dicky shit and expect to change. You can't give your time to something else and want something different and expect shit to change. Like you have to make that commitment. So people don't like doing that. People don't like change is just scary to a lot of people.
Yeah, they're scared. It's exactly right there. They're scared of change. They're comfortable. They don't want to feel that
That's the
uncomfortable feeling
word.
anymore.
That's the word, Tim.
It's
Fucking
comfort.
comfort,
Comfort's a
man.
motherfucker.
Comfort will get you killed. That's a
Dude,
classic,
if you are
but
not
no
on your
comfort.
toes at all times, you are literally you're lacking. You're lacking. If you're not on your toes, you're lacking.
Bro, comfort, you don't learn stuff from being comfortable. Like once you get comfortable in something, you got to get uncomfortable again to learn something else. Like it's just that's how you
That's how you
level up.
expand your mind.
That's
That's
how
how
you
your
level
mental
up.
grows.
Imagine playing Super Mario and playing the same level because it's comfortable. Like it's boring because you're not gonna learn it. You're not, like I don't know. Like I don't know. There's just like change has to happen for
And when you are terrified of change, you're not gonna move. You're not gonna and if you're gonna complain about change, you can't complain about where you're at. If you're one of those individuals who are complaining every day but are making no work, no effort towards making that work, respectfully shut your mouth. Respectfully.
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 Shut your mouth. Because there's no excuse anymore. When we had COVID last year and everything was legit locked down, there was all right. There was a little bit of they have a little bit of an excuse, a little bit of one, but it doesn't mean you don't have the excuse of learning something new, of reading a new book, of finding a new article, finding other things that you can entertain yourself other than the same fucking TV or the same Netflix show or the same podcast that you listen to every single day. It's all about constantly taking in new proper information.
Right, because you can. Yeah, information's
There's
not
a lot of
proper.
lies, a
Yeah,
lot of fucking misinformation that gets
yeah.
spilled out nowadays that people eat up and feed and love it, and they love it because it feeds their anger, it feeds their rage, it feeds their side of wanting to be right.
Mm,
Mm, mm, mm, mm,
mm,
mm.
mm.
Ugh, it's like it puts a knot in my stomach.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I think another thing is that people are just scared to fail, which is such a wrong idea of failure, man. You gotta fall in love with like failing and like, cause that's another area for you to learn. Like, so
It shows that you tried, but it also shows that, if you fail, all right, you map around the failure and you turn that failure into a lesson, and then you turn that lesson into a blessing.
mm,
Like it's that fucking. If you're constantly staying in that cycle of using your mistakes as your crutch, or using your how do I say this in a respectful manner? If you
like stepping
use
stones, bro. Like failure
yeah.
should be stepping stones, not fucking. You shouldn't be burying yourself with the bricks of failure. You should be building a house or building a stairway to somewhere else. Like that's really what
Mm-hmm.
it is. Like,
Each stone that gets thrown your way, you should grab it, put it down in front of you, take another step up.
yeah,
Another one
elevating,
gets thrown at you, take it, grab it, another step up.
elevating.
Each one gets heavier and heavier, but each one that gets heavier is just another larger stone towards that success, towards another larger step. Like it's. I remember on graduation day, in high school, the one quote that Mr. Lochner, which principal back then, uh, said, "Take the stairs instead of the elevator or escalators."
Mm,
And that was kind of one thing. I was like that. It literally it ties into everything, because everybody always crams into the elevator. But if everybody crams into the elevator, the overweighted capacity, that elevator crashes, compared to just people who took the harder route and took the stairs and got to where they wanted to be.
they're guaranteed. Like I'm gonna get there. It might take a little more effort from me, but I'm gonna get there. Rather than
Exactly.
trusting cables up and down the shit.
Trusting a mechanical cable to bring you up and down, along with everybody else who's trying to take the easy way. So that's the other thing. It's just like you don't see many people who take the stairs when there's an escalator there and they're there right next to it.
Yeah, it's like
When
trying to take shortcuts. That's not gonna work.
there ain't no shortcuts in this shit. There's zero shortcuts in everything, as far as weight loss, as far as schooling, as far as music, as far as just everything that you can put a perspective in life. It intertwines. Just take the stairs.
Yeah,
Embrace the suck.
that's
Take the
it.
stairs. Grit your teeth and keep pushing. It sucks right now, but it's going to be so much better when you actually are at the top.
When you're at that floor you want to be at.
Plus, it's all about building a stable foundation. When you build a stable foundation, you don't have to worry about it crumbling when you're at the top. If you take your time and you actually build a solid foundation, you build the structure base by base and fortify each base, there's zero chance of it collapsing underneath, because you've made sure that it's stable.
Mm, take the stairs.
Take the fucking stairs.
Take the stairs to the top floor. Uh-huh.
All the way. Yeah. All the way to the top floor.
Top floor.
All the way on Spotify, all the way on your Apple Music, yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere out now. Let's go.
While you're on your way up, play it.
Word.
Right. It's seeing you from knowing you from 10th grade. Do you understand that we're about to be? It's been almost 10 years since.
Yeah, because what,
It's been
2014 you graduated?
2011 to 2012 was the school year where we went into high school for our 10th grade year.
Right. So damn, that's the
Bruh,
decade,
we're
bro.
coming up on the 10-year anniversary of our sophomore year of high school.
Holy shit, man. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
Also, shout to Wowie with that. That's
Bro, that's life changing, bro.
it's so small. Such a small little clip, so
Four
small
words.
little video.
It's
He literally
4
just
words.
and the way he does it, he takes the video, he records it, he puts it down on the floor. He takes a couple of steps back, he takes a sip of his tea, he looks at the camera, he takes a couple of steps forward, he looks at, grabs the camera. I'm just happy to be here.
It's a little but a lot, because it's like, wow.
It is.
Like it's really hard to complain about a lot of shit when you just like.
And to the average person who really doesn't have a true inspiration or true appreciation for life, like that video just goes, oh, whatever. But to those who are actually appreciative of life and actually, are happy to be here, it's like, damn, I'm happy to be here too. Shit.
Yeah. Or even the other way, bro. You could be like, am I happy to be here? Like, I don't know. But it's like that can cause like a, you know what I'm saying? I gotta change like what I'm doing and to feel like I'm happy to be here. But
I like that. I like that perspective. I like that.
regardless, everybody should be happy to be here, bro. Because this past year we've lost so many people. Like, what is it, 500,000 or whatever the number was? I don't even want to get really
And just
into that.
time in general. We just lost time with people. That's the other thing that really what sucks is just that we lost time.
Yeah, because
Like,
of the shit.
that's something you cannot get back. You can't
Yeah,
get back time. You can always get back that money. You can always get back that other. You can always get back your pair of shoes. You could always get back. You cannot get back time, and
you know,
it
Huawei the other day. I
sucks.
don't know what the other day. 2 weeks ago, I was smoking Huawei, and he said, "I figured out the most luxurious thing in the world, and it's time. Like, most luxury. Fuck diamonds. Fuck the cars. Like, time is what everybody wants. Like,
It's
that is
valuable. It's the most
that
valuable
is the
thing.
most valuable thing in like ever. The most luxurious thing in the world is time. It's crazy when you think about it. So,
If you really think of it, top tier CEOs who lend out their time, they don't lend out their time. You buy their time. And right now, celebrities like you can buy their time to have a Zoom chat with them. Like if they see the value of their time, and now they put a legit price on it, and you can talk to them for that price because you're taking up their time.
yeah. But that's work that they put in order to prove that their time is worth that, which is what
Hmm.
very difficult to do. But once you do it, it's like,
It shows that you put the work. If people are coming to you for the advice, it's showing that you are putting the work in, and it's showing that you put the work in as well. Like one of my clients, Jocelyn, the other day, she out of the blue, completely didn't realize that she was ever going to do this, but she shouted me out and showed me like on her weight loss journey, and to show me exactly where she was at before in December and to where she's at in May, and to show that like I had a major like a part of that is just like shit.
yeah, that shit hits, man. Like
It hits it because it's just like
having positive impact on somebody else's life, especially when you don't even like really know them. I'm pretty sure you don't really know her on like a
like like we grew up in like me and Josh, we grew up on the north side together, and there was we in high school we had our time, like we would like hang out and talk every now and then, but never really hung out like that, or hung out at parties or anything like that. It was just more like a friendly like, hey, what's up, and then we'll talk over text or anything like that. But knowing that I was able to help out somebody that is a part of our community, and somebody that's also I consider a friend of mine, is that much better, just because it just shows that it works. Like the process works. Just trusting the process.
yeah, and you having that like capability and that because like all the everything you've learned throughout the years is starting to show now that you're able to help other people. Like that's what really is like cool about doing that shit. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like as far as my weight loss journey too, is to get
And you're
that started.
doing. Not that you're trying. You're
Yeah,
doing. It's
I'm doing. Yeah,
it's
you're right.
not the fact of like you want to do anymore, like compared to where we were talking to a couple months ago, but it's now that you are doing. Like you're doing the work.
And I
You're
gotta
doing the
keep doing.
motivation.
Yeah,
Keep doing it.
yeah,
Exactly
keep.
the word right there.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome.
what
Like,
is it? What does it feel like to put on those old pants? Like when you actually put on an old pair of jeans that you had, or old pair, better yet, I'm gonna give you one better. Those old pair of khakis you had on from back in ShopRite days when you had the fucking work, them big things. Tell me you can put two pants in one leg.
bro, it's so
Two pants in one
crazy,
leg. Wow,
man.
two legs in one pant leg.
So I'm like almost 10 jean size down. Like it's fucking crazy. Like
10.
yeah, I went from like a 42. I'm at like a 34 right now. So it's like it was really.
Wow.
I actually had that recently because I was getting my summer clothes out, all these shorts I used to wear, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta go shopping, man, because
I can
these
nothing
don't fit me.
fits.
These do not fit me anymore. Like it's so crazy. So it feels good,
It's
man.
a great
It's
feeling,
like
but it's
another pat.
also a hurtful feeling towards your wallet because you
Yeah,
realize,
yeah, that's true.
fuck,
That's
I
true.
gotta spend
That's true.
money.
That's true. But I'll take it, man, because I feel good. So yeah.
It's the price you pay for living a healthier lifestyle now. And it's also the price you pay for the shit lifestyle you're living before. Like that's
Yeah.
your fucking receipt right there, basically.
Yeah.
Of here,
Yeah.
this is your receipt of your struggles and your hard times and your depression and your weight loss journey. Go spend more money on new clothing now. Instead of buying it on weight loss supplements, now you're spending it on clothing. Spending it on shorts.
No, for real, man. For real.
Speaking of weight loss supplements and everything else, talk a little bit about what you got going on, what you took to, well, not the weight loss supplements, but the natural stuff that you helped yourself as far as that assisted you towards your weight loss journey. Like I actually got a good question. What are the 5 tips you would give for somebody for their weight loss journey?
Well, first I'm gonna start by saying is me, I always thought what everybody thinks. You're supposed to eat less in order to lose weight. That shit is the biggest myth ever, man. I lost weight eating 5 to 6 times a day. Like if you would have told me that I had to do that in order to lose weight, I would have been like, "Are you trying to make me gain more weight?" Or like, so that's one big tip. Two, I don't know if I got 5 for you. Two, I would say, damn, you stumped me on this one. 5.
Yeah, got him.
Two, physical activity isn't necessary when wanting to lose weight. It starts with your eating. Like if you're eating what you're supposed to, your body will function the way you're supposed to. And that's what I had to learn too. Like it's just you gotta make sure you're eating the right shit. Damn Tim, I don't know if I got 5 for you, bro.
All right, so give me 3. All right. So give me 3. So
I'll
you
say
got
one
2. Give me one more. Give me one more.
3 tips. Let's see, third tip. Third tip. Damn, bro. Damn.
And then when Alex Trebek.
I feel like if I had, like, I just like, I don't know. Sometimes when I answer questions, I'm just like, think of the right thing to say.
It's an on the spot thing too. It's like it's not like you had time to.
But then later, I'm gonna be like, wow, I have 5.
Damn, I could have said this. Damn, I could have said that.
I have 5 right now. Shit. Well, you said tips to losing weight.
Yeah, for weight loss, for overall weight loss.
For overall weight loss. You don't have to give up carbs. That's a big thing, man. People, no. Keto, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't deprive your body of carbs. Carbs give you energy. You just need the right amount of carbs.
Exactly.
More protein.
I'm a huge preacher for limiting your carbs, but don't eliminate your carbs.
More protein.
More protein, more carbs, and healthy fats.
Healthy fats.
It's when you actually lose the weight, you are able to actually now talk to shit. Like you can say,
bro, I really learned that like, because whenever somebody be like, "Oh, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating this," I'm always thinking like greens. You're just eating like a rabbit. You're eating salads and you're not touching anything else. But it's like, bro, eating healthy can be so delicious, even more delicious than your whatever you think is delicious now. That's not making you lose weight. Like, you can really make it a delicious lifestyle. It's just you have to find what suits you, and that's what will help. Is like if you're able to find something that you enjoy eating, because you got to be, what's the word? You got to be compliant to your diet. Like you can't be if you don't like the stuff you eat, you're not going to stick to the lifestyle you want. So it's all about finding that right thing for you. And I was able to find that with Herbalife. So that's what really like helped me.
And how long have you been on Herbalife?
I started, I think it's a year now. This is May? Yeah, I think I started April of 20, no, earlier than that. I think it was the top of 2020 is when I really started, because I was already trying to lose weight 2019 summer. I was trying to run and stuff like that.
I think
but
it
like
was.
my
I
eating
think it
was
was
still
February
fine.
and March because I remember seeing you in the gym before the pandemic.
Yes. Yeah, so I had so yeah, top of 2020. I would say like January, yeah, like February, March, yeah. But before that in 2019, I was actually already starting to try and lose weight, but like I was doing it wrong. I was working out, but I was still eating, Wendy's and all this nutty shit. So um so yeah, I didn't really start seeing progress until I fixed my nutrition, and that is what like you
Hmm.
can work out however the fuck you want.
You cannot outwork a bad diet.
You cannot outwork a bad diet. I'm
You
tweeting
cannot.
that.
It is impossible. And I honestly can speak for myself because I made an attempt at trying that. One, you just feel fucking horrible too, because if you're eating the shit, understand that when your body is breaking that down and you're trying to work out, you don't necessarily get the best workouts also. I
They're
was
trying to drive
I
your
was getting
car with
fatigued
like,
halfway through my training. I would feel like
yeah,
garbage after my training. Even if I had my protein shake and if I had my burgers and everything later on, I'd still feel like trash. I feel like garbage. It was ugh. Ugh.
like trying to run your car without doing an oil change every now and then. It's just gonna be just not functioning right. If you have clean stuff running through your engine or your body, you're gonna function at your highest potential.
Yeah, man. Well, especially if you are in the gym or if you're just somebody that really does want to see results in the gym or wants to like basically do like a strength competition, if you don't have the proper supplementation, if you don't have you're not supplementing your body properly, or if you're not giving yourself the proper nutrients as far as key to rebuilding your muscles, rebuilding tissue, strengthening ligaments. Over time, everything deteriorates. So if you got to maintain. It's all about maintaining at a certain age and at a certain
Mhm.
point once you get into your fitness game.
Yeah, maintain.
You've been maintaining the weight loss fairly well now for over a year.
Yeah,
You're
we're
steadily
going.
always you're like the whole for a full year and some change now. You're still continuously losing weight.
Yeah, now it's about building
How does
that.
that feel to say though?
It feels amazing to say, man. Like I never really. There was a point in my life where I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna be a big dude my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just me. Like you kind of like, and that's a part that society kind of plays on you, where it's like you're just known as that person. So the change to another person is just like, oh, am I allowed to do that? Or so it's like the fact that I was able to change myself completely and just be the continuing to be the better version of myself is just I'm
Yeah.
just lost for it. Like it's just a blessing, man.
And when you actually do genuinely better yourself, it shows. Like you saw me at my worst fucking stages of
But we both saw each other at our
like,
worst. We both
and
did.
it's like it was, oh my gosh, like the worst of the worst. Being on that, like even though it was a good time, like those Friday nights I'd have in my backyard, and like there was like during those days I was at my worst stages of depression, and I was at my heaviest I was at that time as well. So it
Yeah.
was just like now that transition and understanding your process also of I didn't lose 90 pounds, I lost 83 pounds, but I'm
Hey
close
man,
to I'm close to that. I'm close to it.
we did
But
that.
but it's awesome to really see again someone else that you grow up with or someone else that you see who you worked alongside with also attempt at some stages to be healthy but never really took it serious.
Mhm.
But then when you truly showed that you wanted it, that you actually were going to take this serious, you fucking lost 90 pounds.
Yeah. Like that in itself could just hopefully show anybody that it's like doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, how much you weigh, what you look like at the moment. Like if you really want that, you gotta get it.
And it's okay to be fluffy for a little bit, but don't stay fluffy for long.
Right.
Like it's like if you fall off, if it does happen that mental ailments take over, don't try not to let yourself sink for that long, because
Yeah,
if
it's okay to fall, but just get back up. That's really
exactly, get right back up.
that's
If
the most important shit.
you can always burn off the fat again.
Right.
That's another thing. You can always burn it. It's one thing that can always be done. If you put on the weight, it's gonna take a little bit longer to take it off, but you can definitely take it off.
Hmm.
What would be your top 3 inspirational artists right now?
I'll say Travis Scott.
Which
Um,
also they don't. If anyone who just either cringed or just said, of course," nah, you don't understand who you're talking to over here. Santana is the original Travis Scott fiend. Like that, this man was
one
bumping
of the.
Travis Scott before anything. He saw him in his content before. Anyone who's
Bro,
out
I was
there,
at Travis concerts when they were $50 a pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now that like God knows how much it is to get into
hundreds now,
Travis.
hundreds. Like it's
But yeah, definitely Travis. I'll say currently, honestly, I'm gonna have to put Scene in there, man, because Scene is just his way. Of, like
for you and Wow. We should have said the same thing. Scene is
bro,
definitely. It's like,
bro. You don't understand. Like you'll understand. You kind of understand, but you understand soon, man. Scene is a genius, man. But yeah, he's definitely be up there. And for the last one, hmm, it's like I know who I want to say, but like I know why we said him too, but I'm not. It's like I would say Drake, but like I know I didn't want to go that way. I
no,
guess
but it's true. But it's fucking true.
bro,
If Drake is not in at least your top 10, it's you're fucking up. Like,
yeah, you're fucking
it's
like bro.
that
He was singing. He was
it's
taking
too much
so
of a
much.
catalog. His catalog is just
Bro, another thing is too, he was taking so much shit for singing on his songs that like now look where we are. Like
yeah.
so many people
He got
have
artist of the fucking decade.
taken that and just so many avenues were created after that. I feel like so that's just like when I think about
Overall
when I make
artist,
music,
yeah,
when I think
110%.
when I think about when I make music, it's like barriers have to be broken and like the only way to do that is to just like do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and not fit to a format. Like and that's what I feel like
Do
Drake.
you
Yeah,
be who you are? Genuinely show who you are,
yeah, yeah,
and it'll pay off.
definitely, definitely.
It's I want to say that like artists now. I'm just gonna say right now, J. Cole is basically shit on a lot of fucking people, right? With that,
You
with
know, it's
that.
funny. I haven't even listened to that shit yet, bro.
Oh my god, you're
I haven't
fucking
found. You
up
know what
right
it
now,
is?
yo. You're
Though? I
fucking
know,
up.
I know, but I haven't found the time because when it comes to J. Cole, I know it's like you got to be somewhere where there's serenity, where you can listen, no distractions, hear
Mm-hmm.
every word,
Bro,
every
midnight. I stayed up for it.
intonation
I
happening,
listened to it twice.
and
I listened to it
especially
twice the night it came out.
especially since he's on the production credits, I'm really, really, really excited to listen to that and like a good set.
You're not going to be disappointed at all. And with the surprise guests he got on there,
You know, I was really like, I didn't think he had features, and everybody was like, "Yeah, he got features." I was like, "What?" Because
it's like
I didn't see him listed, but I guess he just like he did
yeah,
like.
they're not features, but they're like a quick a quick bar from somebody. That's it. It's not like a legit feature.
So it's not like a.
So if it goes platinum,
Or
he's gonna go. It's like it was technically go. What is this, 4 times? Yeah, 4-time artist, no features, platinum. This would be his 4th consecutive album doing that.
wow, man, yeah, it's crazy how you're still getting shitted on.
Right? If anybody shits on him now, they just don't care. They don't want to take the time to understand and listen. They just rather just blast out their ears with garbage.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that was hearing what he came out with. I was like, all right, I see why you waited. I see why it's been 3 years. I see why.
Damn,
And
I'm excited to
100%,
listen.
it was the second that he goes on tour and he's coming to New York, I'm seeing him for a third time. Like
Wow.
that's my number one artist. It goes J. Cole, Nipsey, and then I gotta go
Wow.
Fred L.
Yeah.
Fred, yeah, Fred is like how you see Scene as how I see like Fred, basically, just because his lyrical genius but also his artistic vision is definitely out there for somebody who is a true lyricist in this new game. Like he's got a lot of talent as far as being one of the few like who can really keep up in a freestyle, but also
Like put together like a
a
very
track, like an actual
yeah,
like something that can play in the car, like something that's a vibe. Like
yeah,
there's like the wordplay is like a couple of his songs, like and it's also just like something you relate to. Like growing up, it talks about a lot about growing up in Brentwood. There's not that many songs that talk about Brentwood, and I want to actually listen to something that I can relate to.
yeah. That's real. That's like super relatable, and it's somebody that what I'm saying we grew up with too. So
And it's different when you have somebody like you actually grow up with, and they're able to influence you artistic wise.
yeah,
Like,
it's a closer spark.
and it's just like, damn, this is in my community.
Yeah.
So, real quick, one more time, I wanted you to tell these people where they can catch you at on all your socials.
Instagram, I am at Santana dot P underscore SANTANA period P underscore.
Which, real quick,
Um,
how'd you get the name Santana P?
so the Santana part is kind of from like when I was younger, when I was in my like 20, I was like 19, 20. And I used to
Is the shop right? Is it who I'm thinking of?
I
Is it
don't
who I'm,
even want to. I don't even want to tell the story because it low key comes off a little racist. It comes off a little racist. It comes off a little racist because I went to this party, right? And
oh, those shop right parties.
yeah, and I was like, I don't know. I guess everybody was whatever. So they saw me and they started calling me, Carlos Santana, the guitarist.
Yeah.
So they just started calling me Santana because apparently I looked like him. So it just stuck. But the P is funny. I think the P being added to the Santana for me shows like the different like the yeah, Santana was like the early party whatever, but the P was when like I really started doing my own shit. P came from this is a funny story too. It's so random. There's there's this artist, a friend of mine. His name is Nora. I was in the studio with me. It was me, Nora, Wowie. I think Johnny was there. Um, but it's just he like somebody had called my name and he was like, wait, your name is Pete? And I'm like, no. And he's like, and it was just like a funny thing. Everybody laughed and like I don't know, it just stuck too. Like what I'm saying, it's just random, but I really fuck with it. It's just like so
Wait a
random,
minute.
like Santana
Wait a
P.
minute. That's how the fucking P. See, I'm over here trying to figure out. I'm
No, it's
genuinely
not
trying to
that
think
deep.
like, how
It's
the
not
fuck did he
that
come up
deep.
with the P? Because his last
It's
name's
not
not with
that
a
deep.
P. Who's close to him with a P? No one really close to him with a P.
My name doesn't have a P. Like
Yeah, it's just like, what the?
it's
Where
so
the
funny.
fuck does a P come
It
from?
is funny because I had this other artist. At me the other day. He thought my name was Pete, like Pete, and I'm like, no, that's not my name. It's not my name. So yeah, it's pretty funny, random. It's like weird, but
No, it definitely is.
I don't know. It's the weird story. It came together good, and that's just
I mean, it definitely hits though. I mean, like Santana P.
yeah. It's either
I thought the P was for like this is Santana period.
Ooh. That sounds cooler, but unfortunately, Nora just blessed me with the P.
That sounds
Pause.
cooler, but
Pause. 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 But yeah, man. At Santana dot SantanaP_ is where you can find me. Top Floor out now on all platforms. I have other stuff out.
And it's
Numbers
only 6 minutes
on
long
my side.
also. No
Only six
excuses.
minutes
6
long.
fucking minutes.
Listen, man, when you're listening to this, think about somebody you love being in a luxurious place, but also knowing how to love yourself and keeping that in mind. So, yeah, man, more stuff to come. I'm very excited.
I was about to say, that's gonna be one of my other questions. So what are we looking for the future now?
Now, I think I'm just gonna really just go
We enjoying
bonkers,
the
man.
summer, or what are we doing? We
I'm
grinding
really
over
going
the summer. What are we
bonkers,
doing?
bro. You're gonna like. It's gonna be a lot of new things I'm gonna try, like new types of songs, just new people working with.
That's
I'm just
it.
gonna be living my parade, man. I'm trying to
Your
express
own parade.
myself,
There we go.
as much as I can while I'm here. I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it. I'm happy to be here, and yeah,
And for those who are questioning themselves, are you happy to be here?
you should be.
Yo, Santana, Kev, it's been an honor. It's been a
Yo,
pleasure.
we got more of these coming, bro.
Plenty more of these coming. Like I said, over text, everything coming through next week. I'm looking forward to getting a brand new setup, which
Word.
also, as I'm telling people now, everything that you guys seen over the past couple episodes, yeah, it's been great and all, but prepare for a whole new different setup I got going because I'm
That's
officially
what it's
taking
all
this thing
about, bro. You
serious.
gotta start somewhere and then upgrade from there, bro.
Exactly. It was all just a matter of getting this started and then really just getting a feel for the interviews. But now we're taking this shit serious. Now we're taking this to the next level, and we're
You
really
got a
gonna
couple of
start.
things you're working with now. You got a couple of interviews off. Now you just build from there.
Exactly. Now I feel like I definitely get a conversation going and all that kind of stuff. I could pull some questions out of people, or I could pull a question out of thin air. Like it's a put it this
Nah,
way,
yeah,
a
I'm not gonna lie,
lot more
man.
good things coming. I'm looking forward to getting you down here and really chopping it up for a solid like hour, 2 hours, and then visit a certain cloud.
I recognize that cloud. I love that cloud.
It's a beautiful one.
That cloud is very welcoming to me.
It's also very welcome in New York now, so
Oh yeah.
ain't nothing against it.
Facts.
All right, Brody. So take it easy. I'm gonna hit you up in
Man.
a little bit. I'm gonna let you know when everything gets all set up and
Man.
all. But bro,
Appreciate you, man.
it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure, and really is motivational to see where you're at today, brother. Man, it really
Likewise,
is.
man. We're both growing, and I love to see it, bro.
It's Santana.
Woo!